And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.
What's up, my YouTube friends, viewer subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. And the topic for today is how to silence others. And when I say that, I don't mean getting up and arguing with somebody or making the loudest noise. No, that's not what I'm here to discuss. Because there's a lot of way you can silence people, but you can't really silence somebody unless they themselves have nothing to say. Now, how do you do this? If a person is trying to bring you down or trying to destroy anything what you're doing, and you lash out, no, you never do that. You want to know why? That's because that's what they want. Okay? You got to remember, people do not go up against you in order to lose to you. So now that I said that, let's dive into this, what I'm trying to say. Now, how do you silence others? A lot of times, whenever, say, somebody is arguing with you, or they're trying to disrespect you, or they're trying to destroy your dreams, or you may go around and you may tell people, oh, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to become this, and they're trying to tear you down, and then you feel some type of way, this video is for you. So the best way to silence people, like I said, like there's a lot of ways to silence people. You can shout at somebody and they will be quiet. But there's a difference between being quiet and silence. Okay, say you tell somebody you're gonna do something. Like the best way to silence somebody is to do exactly what you said you're about to do or you're gonna do. So if you tell somebody, oh, I'm gonna go do this, you got to remember, whatever somebody can say, you create the opportunity for people to say something pertaining to you. So whenever a person accept defeat, then they have nothing to say. Now, how do you make a person accept defeat without even encountering them? Like I just said, do exactly what you said you were gonna do. Because if you go around and you tell people, oh, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that, you gotta remember, people listen to you and then they register it, meaning they will remember it. Now, whenever you say you're gonna do something and people see you're not doing it, then they start talking. You notice? So if you do exactly what you said you're about to do, then they don't talk, because we live in a world where people do not congratulate others genuinely, I should say, and they don't show gratitude. So if a person is extremely proud of you, especially if they wasn't expecting nothing from you, then they're silent. You ever notice when you're winning, or when you're accomplishing something, or you're moving forward, or you achieve whatever it is that you say you're about to achieve, you ever notice it's not everybody congratulate you? Some people genuinely congratulate you. Those are the ones that are happy for you genuinely, because whenever, like, that's emotion. So if you ever go to somebody and you tell them, oh, this business is moving good, and they react right away, that's a genuine person. Now, those who say lean back, they have to process it. You ever notice, you can tell five people the same good news, right? And then you won't get the five reaction from all of them, because not everybody's expecting big moves from you, bro. You got to remember, it doesn't really matter who you are, whether you guys are friends, acquaintances, doesn't matter, but not everybody is happy for you. Now, whenever you make big moves, and especially for those who are against you, you do not need to get up and shout at them or argue with them. The best way to silence somebody positively, do exactly what you say you're about to do, because your moves will eventually speak louder and hits harder than your words, or if you're going to be physically contact with them, which I don't recommend you destroy your own life to sink to somebody else's level. No, you don't do that. You make your moves. It doesn't matter how long it takes, how much time it takes, how much energy and effort you have to put in. If you say you're about to do something, do it. I'm telling you, the best way to silence somebody when they keep yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping, do what you say you're about to do. Not everybody is going to congratulate you. And those who don't congratulate you, those are the ones that never expected it from you. Those are the ones that they thought that you and them are on the same level. And then when you're making moves, that's why they're silent, because they have to, like, people are only silent when they're thinking, because you can't think and speak at the same time. Ridiculous, impossible. So when you tell somebody, oh, I'm doing it, even if you don't tell them, because we live in a world where social media is like big, you know what I mean? Social media, like everything nowadays is social media. So what you need to do is, and a lot of people always make this mistake, you do not post your progress. Never do that. Because when you post your progress, that gives people the opportunity to destroy what you're working on. You ever notice winners, they never post, like when they make a couple steps forward. Like if you're about to open a business, or somebody is about to open a business, you never see them, oh, saved up 20 grand and I'm about to borrow a loan for another 20 grand to open my business. Oh, the bank approved me and then I got this. But you never see that. You ever wonder, like, you never think about it? You never see it. You never see the progress. You never see the struggle. What you would see is the building, logo and everything. You will never see somebody saying, oh, I got approved for the bank, I'm about to open this new store. No, you only see it once it's ready to go. Because if you do something like that where you make your progress and everything, this is how people can destroy what you are working on. And when you accomplish something, that's how you silence them, because people will talk regardless, whether you're doing something good or you're doing something bad. But for those who are against you, that think that you can't, like, there's no potential to you, because people only think you can do what they can do. And it's funny how when I was younger, I used to think exactly like this is how I know, because I used to think that guys, like guys that are around my age, I used to think that they wanted something out of life and they wanted to break out of the system and they wanted a future and they love shoes like me and they love shopping and they, this is how I used to think. So I can tell you, when I got older, this is when I come to understand that we do not have the same mindset, and there's a reason why we do not have a one track mind. You ever notice that people who are the same age as you probably want no future? You're wondering how they are probably 2 or 3 years older than you, but they're less than you. That's where that comes from. But bro, I'm telling you, one of the best ways to silence people, do what you say you're about to do. If you tell people, oh, I'm going to go hit the gym, and then you don't hit the gym and say you don't have a good physique, then they will look at you. This is how people end up laughing at you and mocking you, because you said you were about to do this. And remember, they're watching you. When you don't do it, that's how you create the opportunity for them to have something to say. Now, when you say you're about to hit the gym and you're going there, when I say hit the gym, I do not mean going there and moving around. I mean going there and actually working out, because there's a difference from going to the gym and going to the gym and working out. You know what I mean? So when you're going there and then you're gaining a little bit of muscle, you're getting a little bit of strength, whether you're a guy or a girl, you start tightening up certain areas, you look different, you feel different. Then you're gonna have those same people, they're going to sit down and they're going to look at you from the sideline. Those are the type of people who look at you from the sideline. They never say nothing because they have been silenced. That's how you silence them without even knowing it. You ever wonder? So when you say you're about to hit the gym and whatnot, and then you're looking different, you're in better shape, and then you got some people, when you take a nice photo at the beach or at the pool, then you got some people who are genuinely happy for you. Oh, blah, 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 because they know you before you were hitting the gym, sorry. So those are the people who are genuinely happy for you. The ones that look at you on the sideline. You ever wonder why they just look at you from the sideline? They don't say nothing. They don't do nothing. They're just there looking. Those are the ones that were hoping for you to fail. That is the reason why. Because you said you were about to do something and you actually did it. So the fact that you actually did it and they can see the progress, because you got to remember, bro, this generation we live in, people only believe whatever they could see. If they can't see it, then to them it's not real. So when they start seeing that you're looking different and you're carrying yourself different, because the more comfortable you feel within your own skin, whether you're a guy or a girl, it starts to show on the outside. So if you're comfortable being in your own skin and you don't feel insecurity about yourself, you sort of, your attitude is different, you sort of speak different, you carry yourself different, you dress different, you do everything different once you start feeling different. So those are the type of people that look at you from the sidelines. You're like, you never wonder why. For you guys that's in a, say, mature state of mind, you guys can comprehend exactly what I'm saying. Those are the people that always yapping, and the fact that you did what you said you were about to do, that's why they're silent. And that's the best way. Like, you can, this is what creates a negative energy and strong debates, because you're going to say to a person, okay, I'm going to go hit the gym or have a gym membership. When you say that to an average person, they're going to look at you from head to toe. They're going to be like, well, I can't see it. Or what you're working on when you go to, you know what I mean? They're going to ask questions because they can't see nothing. You may have a gym membership, but you're not going. So when they can actually see the progress within you, that's when they become silent. And it's the same thing with life goals and life choices. If you tell to all your, say, friends, you know, like, you guys are all sitting down being broke, and then you're like, you know what, I can't live this broke life, I want to go get a job. So when you say to all your friends, oh, I'm gonna go get a job, you gotta, like, friends make fun of each other, that's okay. But when you say you're gonna go get a job and you don't do it, this is how you end up clashing back and forth, because you said you're about to go get a job, right? You didn't make the moves to go get a job. No, you sitting down debating with your friend about, you said you're about to go get a job. So that leaves them laughing at you and putting you down, say, oh, you said you're about to go get a job, look at you, you're still sitting down with us. You know what I mean? This is why I made a video couple months ago saying you need to change your circle and change your environment, because your circle and your environment determines who you become. I'm not saying you can't have friends, but whoever or whatever you hang around with, you're about to be exactly like it. Just saying. So when you said you're about to do something, like, all it is you just got to do it. And that's the best way to silence people. I'm not saying you need to be extremely violent and start throwing stuff and getting aggressive and whatnot. That doesn't do anything. All that does is make people keep talking, because you said you're about to do this. They're making fun of you. You're swayed by your emotions. You're throwing a tantrum. You look even worse than how you looked before. This is how a person can have power over you. So if you said, like, anything, it doesn't really matter how big or how small. If you said, okay, I'm going to go do this, you put yourself in the position to make it happen. Once you start doing what you say you're about to do, being a person of your word, those who are against you will eventually become silent, because now they have nothing to say. And in this generation, people do not congratulate good things. They only speak about the bad things you're doing, the negative stuff you're doing. If you're destroying yourself, that's what they talk about. If you get up and you start winning, you start making some money, you start doing some shopping, everybody's silent. Nobody's going to come to you and say, oh, congratulations, you got that job. Congratulations, you got that first paycheck. Congratulations, you bought a new car. Congratulations, you bought a house. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And that's the world where we live in, where a lot of people, like, before they can actually get up and do stuff, they need everybody else to say, okay, you can do it. Say if one person, like, say they got to go to 10 different people and say, okay, I want to do this, what you think? So if all 10 of them say, oh, you can, that's when they feel motivated in order to get going. But that's not how it works. So if 9 people say, okay, you can, and then that one person decides to say, oh, I don't think you can actually do it, then that destroys their whole world, because now they're constantly thinking in their own mind, oh, why do they think I can't do it? Maybe something lacking in me, blah, 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 blah. No. You need to do it, make it happen, and then watch who react to it. That's how you live in this world. Bro, the best way, and especially people who are against you. Notice I keep saying that over and over and over again, because that's how you silence people who are against you. You do not need to get up and speak on top of your lungs from the mountaintop saying you're gonna win, you're gonna get some money. No. You go get some money. Eventually they will see it, because I guarantee you they are watching. Let me tell you something. If the FBI is watching somebody, do they tell the person that they're watching them? The same thing applies to life. Whenever somebody who is against you is watching you, they don't say that they're watching you. They do not say it. So why do you think if a person is watching you, they're going to come up to you and say they're watching you? If you live in a foreign country, or you got cops being ghost cops. What I mean by ghost cops is their car doesn't say police. It's like, it looks like a normal car, but once you break the law, they pull you over. That's what we call ghost car. So let's say you're driving and you don't see no sign say you don't see no car say police, right? And you did an illegal turn, or you didn't stop at the stop sign, or you did something illegal, and then that car is there. That car is gonna turn on the lights once you broke the law, because they were watching you. You think the cop is gonna stop you before he pull you over and say, "I'm watching you, so do not break the law"? No, they wait for you to break the law first, and then they pull you over. Now, if you didn't break no law, you wouldn't even know that there's a ghost car. And it's so funny how I was exactly in this position one time. I'm gonna put a short story within this. So I think I got pulled over once by a cop because I was like driving. It was like winter time, and I was driving, and the light, like, there was absolutely no car. I swear, no car. And one car was like turning right, and I was going straight. And while I was going, the light went from green to yellow. And then I was like, you know what? It's winter. I'm gonna just go through it, because if I stop, I don't want to slide through it and slam into nothing. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, let me go through the light. As soon as I went through the light, woo, 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 I was like, there's no car. So I was like driving, and I was in like the left lane, and then the cop was in the right lane, right? So while I was driving, I was like, okay, this cop is behind, not say behind me, but their lights are on. So I'm like, I'm gonna go about my business, because if it, like, normally if a cop is gonna pull you over, they need to come behind you in order to signal you to let you know, right? So I kept driving, and then this cop must be like, okay, this is a smart guy, because I'm not behind this car, but this car is still going about his business. So the moment the cop came behind me, that's when I pulled over, and it was a lady. She asked me if what she's like, oh, why did you go through the yellow light? I'm like, I don't want to slide and hit nothing. She's like, oh, she ran my license. She's like, oh, you never got pulled over before? I was like, no. And she's like, okay, I don't want to ruin your record. Be safe and be okay. But that's what I'm trying to say. When people are watching you, they do not say it to you. A lot of people think whenever somebody's watching them, they're going to tell. No, they don't tell you. And it's the same thing pertaining to life. I don't know if you guys understand that we live in a cycle. It keep happening over and over and over again. Once you understand the cycle and how life works, it's easy for you to step outside of that circle that's going back and forth like this. And not only say people who are hoping for you to fail, even say people who admire you. I'm not saying this is like something bad where, oh, if you're doing something, then the whole world is gonna try to bring you down. You gotta remember, some people admire you, and most times you have no idea who admire you. And sometimes just from you actually getting up and getting stuff going and being a person of your word and moving forward, those who admire you will actually be motivated to think that, okay, this person is my idol, this person say they're about to do this person is doing this, I can be motivated in order to do something similar, and you know what I mean, stay on my ground. But that's how you silence people. Being a person of your word, doing exactly what you said you're about to do. I'm telling you, it works. And whenever a person can't get to you, they can't destroy nothing you're working on. You will never see nobody sit down and tell you that, oh, I was struggling, unless they made it. You ever notice wealthy people, they only tell you all their struggling story once they have moved past that? If a person is trying to buy a car, you will never hear, like the smart ones, you'll never hear them telling the whole world, oh, I got $5,000 saving up to buy a car. No, you never see that. You only see the car once they already saved their money up and they bought the car. Then they'll bring the car to show you. That's how you do things. Because you gotta remember, bro. And it's so crazy how it's funny, because like not a lot of people is genuinely happy for you. They like, even acquaintance, people that say no, like you got people that know you and people that know about you. So people that know about you, all they do is sit on the sideline and they watch your lifestyle. They have no idea what you do to obtain your lifestyle, how hard you have to work for your lifestyle, but they're sitting down and they're watching. Bro, everybody is watching you. And the funny thing is, those who you think is not watching you, they're the ones that are actually watching you. They're the ones that actually hoping for you to fail. And it's crazy how you can, like, you don't have to do nothing to people. People will envy you just because you're getting up and you decide that you want to live a different lifestyle from them. You ever notice those who are awake? And when I say awake, I mean those who have figured out that they can't get rich from working for somebody else. Those guys who create something for themselves in order to create generational wealth. You ever notice that others who can't do it, look at those people like, oh, you're wasting your time. You got it, bro. People can't see your vision. There's a reason why we don't have a one-track mind, like I say. And there's a reason why we all don't have the same vision. Can you imagine if we live in a world where somebody else had to get your vision in order to tell you? Can you imagine a world like that? Now, if you live in a world where people have to come to you and tell you that all you got to do is keep pushing forward and you will eventually be successful and then you'll make it. What if somebody else got that vision to tell you? What if you didn't get that vision or that dream? Then technically you can't know. Because not everybody is going to come to you and tell you that this is what you need to do in order to become successful. Bro, and I actually love this where we live in, because everybody will is within them. So if you're winning or losing, that's clearly up to you. But how you silence people, make your moves. You don't have to get up and say, oh, I'm making $1 million, I'm opening. So the least thing can silence others. The least little thing you're doing can silence them. I'm not saying you need to get up and make big moves and all this, and then you're going to sit down and then you're going to think, oh, I'm not in the position to make big moves, so I can't do it. No. The least little thing that you're doing, just from you saying that you're going to hit the gym, those who are looking for you to fail, just when you start hitting the gym, they're silent. That's how it is. People are only silent once they have nothing to say. If they can't talk down on you, they can't drag you down with them, they can't destroy anything, they don't have access to nothing about you, that's when they're quiet. Because you said you're about to do something and you actually do it. And it's funny how we live in a world where everybody's talking, oh, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do this. But only maybe 15% of people who say they're about to do something actually are doing what they say they're about to do. Because we live in a world where people will tell you they're doing this, and then when you actually sit down and analyze them, they're doing absolutely nothing. And it's crazy. That's where it's at now. People will tell you, oh, I'm going to go start this, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that. 5 years pass by, and you're looking like, weren't you said you're about to go do this? And when you said that, I was less than you, and now I'm more than you, and you're still in the same position what you said 5 years ago? Bro, that's the world where we live in, and that's just how it is. That's just, you gotta accept it. But all I'm trying to say, for you guys that's having problems with, others talking down on you, they're always bullying you, you always feel like it doesn't really matter how hard you try, they keep talking. The only way to silence them is to do exactly what you say you're about to do. So this video is mainly for people who always have others talking about them, talking down on them, trying to destroy them, trying to tell you can't do it. Once you know who you are, and once you have tapped into your ability to move forward, whether it's like, say, physical or mentally or spiritually or emotionally, once you fix yourself and start knowing more about who you are and what you're driven by, and then you can actually tap into whatever it is that you want to do with your life. That's how you silence them. That's how. Small mind people spend their time fighting with others, yelling at others. But big mind people, those are the ones that actually get stuff going, because they are aware that the only way you can stop people from talking is by actually making moves. And that's the only way you can actually stop them without destroying yourself with them, because they're like time bombs. Whenever they're about to destroy themselves, they're trying to take down everybody with them. But once you understand this concept, and then they have no access to nothing about you, then when they explode, you are away, because you know how they are. That's how you silence people. So if you didn't know then, you know now. If you've been having problems with people, always saying stuff, always like jealous of you, always doing this, you ever sat down and wonder why people are jealous of you? Jealousy comes in different stages. And the prime example for jealousy is people see just how you are. They look within themselves. They lack what you have. They envy you, and now they're jealous of you because they wish they had what you have. And then just from you not doing what you say you're about to do, that's when they start talking. Now, when you start doing what you said you were about to do, then they stop talking. That's how you silence others if you're having problems with people like that who are negative towards you, who are trying to destroy you. That's how you silence them. It doesn't really matter what you say you're going to do. If you say you're about to do something, do it. Put yourself in the state of mind to do so and keep pushing forward. I'm telling you, it works. It works. So I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.